Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to Open iOS. And today we're taking a look at SX1000 Analogue Synth by AudioThing. It's pretty damn rad. Let's get retro. And let's ode. Hello. Welcome to the show. I'm back in the hot seat. I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. And 2 days away. And wow. Can I have another holiday? That would be wonderful if I could take another holiday to recover from this holiday, because it was a holiday. It actually did turn out to be a holiday, but a very hot holiday. Wow. The heat was crazy. Stifling heat. Why is my mic so loud today? You're been well. Thank you for going and watching my premieres that I had while I was away and allowing me to go and do some stuff. Felt good to get away. I'm going to show you some brief clips. So basically, I went for 2 days, right? I went to a place called Geelong and filmed Geelong pretty much. And then the next day yesterday went to a place called Queenscliff and then caught a ferry over to Sorrento. And the day ended, the whole holiday ended not so good. I'm not going to talk about it here on the channel. If you're a Patreon, I'll talk about what happened. It was shit what went down. But we're all good. I got home safe, thankfully. But yeah, I shot some amazing drone footage. So the first day out there was a scorching 37 degrees Celsius. It was so brutal. You can see I got tanned pretty well. Face is very tanned. Look at that. Very tanned. I got a little bit of burn on the ankles and stuff because this was the first time I ever did a walk with me where I wore flip-flops for the whole time. And yeah, that was full on because overall I walked roughly 31 kilometers in 2 days. That's a lot of walking. But I got some amazing drone footage and I'm just going to show you. So when I go out and film, before we get into the app today, because it's my show, I can do what I want, you know. When I normally go and film drone footage, I pretty much start with the drone on the beach and just take off. So this is Queenscliff, and this beach, I was here all by myself. There's no one else. Look at this beach was amazing. And if you watch the episode, so there's going to be 2 episodes that are going to be going to air this week. On Friday will be the first episode, and the second episode will be the week after. This is part of the second episode. Look at this beach, man. It's just wild. So what I normally do is film like, you know, a whole bunch of sections, chop them up. Here we go, this lighthouse. Trying to get this view right so I can pull off that one. Then we got the overhead shots of the rocks here. So I tried to get this overhead. Beautiful stuff. I mean, look how clear that water is. It's ridiculous. I found some fish here. I found a blue swimmer crab. And did these really fast. Check out this one. This is a super fast sports drone fly. So you see how it dropped down really quick there? That was booking it. You can see me to the side. We're booking it here. Super fast, flying across the ocean. Look how clean that water is. Beautiful stuff. And I'm there by myself. It was my beach. Just my beach. All mine. I could do whatever I want. And if I wanted to murder crabs, I could do it. So you can see me down the bottom there, just hanging out with the drone. It's always fun trying to fly the drone back to yourself. Here we go. Let's see how well I did. I left it up in the air for a while. Left it up in the air. Yeah, do I look naked? I don't, do I? What a stupid thing to ask. But anyway, that's you, Kurt. You do you, boo. There we go. So we've flown the thing back. Anyway, it says a lot of really, so this was, I think, I moved a bit further along the beach to the cliffs here of Queenscliff. Look at this. Stunning cliffs, cliff faces. really clear water. So this is a turret. I'll explain to it in the show. I went to they used to have cannons along here back in the day to blow enemies out of the water. Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, we've crept on long enough. So you can see there's a whole heap of videos. This is all of the videos taken from yesterday. And this is all of the videos from the day before. So yeah, we got a lot of editing to do for the next 2 episodes of Walk With Me. Let's say hello to you all and we'll get into today's app. Sorry for taking up the first 6 minutes. If you're watching on the replay and you get upset about like the show not starting directly with the app, you can skip, all right? It really doesn't hurt. I know there's a lot to get angry about in this world, but there really isn't. Third Person Productions, Thomas, Christ, Isomatic, Leela, Dell, Russ, g'day Russ, and anyone else? Audible Video, hello. Yeah, Thomas Christ has a new album coming out. Pre-order. There it is right there. There it is. Hollow on the and the Chosen God. If you're into Thomas Christ, which you should be, go and hit a pre-order for this. Pre-order, $10, digital album. You can hit the pre-order and get it going. Boom. Semtex Cow, g'day. Tremor Bear, hello to you. I've missed anyone? I think I've got you all. All right, so we're looking today at now. I do need to apologise. I was going to do today a Groove Rider 2 and had planned to do it. And yesterday's travel home was planning on the ride home to sort out the show and get it all ready. And some things went wrong on the bus yesterday coming home. An undesirable human being caused a whole bunch of shit on the bus, ruined the whole bus trip for everybody. Well, me mostly. So I didn't get a chance to get everything done. So today we're doing the AudioThing app SX1000, and I think I'll do a pre-record for Groove Rider 2. There's a lot to that app. Kim Hudson lurking while I pack up my crap at work. Good to see you, Kim. So let's get into this. SX1000 is available on the App Store for $12.99. It is a JEN SX1000 emulation. It works on, let's see, I think it's all iOS devices. If I can click this, or maybe, yep, there we go. All iOS devices. I'm not sure if it's on, let's have a look. Works on this device. All iOS devices and Apple Vision. No Mac, no M1 Max for this one. It is a replication or of this baby here, the JEN Synth Tone SX1000. So these things were from the 70s and 80s. When they first came out, they were a little pricey, but then they dropped fairly cheap, yeah, so they weren't really known as super high-end, high-expensive synthesizers, but they do have a very chirpy and cheerful sound, and there's been a few different models of them throughout the time. So, boom, that's what we're looking at today. Do I have a demo prepared? You bet I have. I was able to get home and do it this morning just before the show because, yes, last night I got home and was in no way wanting to even look at my iPad. So let's have a play of this. We've got 3 instances of the synth in here of it. SX1000, scaler and a snake bud, and just a kick drum from Hammerhead. Let's Oj. Okay, so very, very retro sounds, yeah, you're going to get from this. And as I was talking to Russ about it earlier, it's not an offensive synth. It's got some really nice, just very chirpy, very cheerful. I mean, it originally was a mono synth, but this one's a little bit special because AudioThing, like AudioThing do normally, they've taken it a little bit further and added some poly in there as well too, which is nice, and just a few added extras, which you can do with these kind of synths these days. You know, you can take what was a very basic mono synth and turn it into poly and really mess about with it. Let's open it up here. Hey, we got some sounds. So, very easy to get a Pac-Man going on with this because there's a lot of glide presets. As with all AudioThing apps, you can start at the top here for your presets, and there's a very generous amount of presets in here. So we've got basses, FX, keys, leads, pads, and most of these have a little slider down the side, so they do go down. It's not like just what you see there. Pads and sequences, so you've got plenty of stuff to work with, places to start. Of course, you've got a user section here, so anything that you do save, how do you save? Hit the little blah blah, and we can call it whatever we want. We'll just go to blah blah, and you can create a category, whatever you like, hit save, bang, and that will appear here in your user. And you can see it's created a new category, so you can create categories yourself. You can come in here and delete stuff, so we can delete this. We can rename our category, so we could rename this to Jade, whatever. So you can create your own categories as well. Hi, Paul. Paul says, my brother bought a JEN SX1000, new around 1980. I wonder how much that was. Because they go, I'm not sure exactly how much they go for. I saw them, obviously they're selling them. Russ reckons he picked up one of his for like 50 quid. So then I'm guessing they're not too expensive. Anyway, if Dots, g'day, watching to see how this synth is, and I guess the effects tab is behind the camera right now. Yes, I'll get into, actually I can do this. Oi, there we go. I can disappear just for you. Yeah, if Dots. It is down here, the effects tab. Let me remove the comment. Effects tabs is down here. We've got an ARP keys. We'll get down to these in a second. I'll remove myself again when we get down there. 400 pounds to 500 now. Yeah, well, there we go. That's the way the world works. So we've got a bin here. You want to delete stuff. You click the little bin. It's going to delete your preset if that's the way you want to go. You've got a die here. So if you want to randomize. And of course, like all AudioThing apps, you've got this locking system. So I might want to like keep the VCO, keep a bunch of this stuff, and then when I run my die, those things aren't going to be included in the die. Now everything is kind of customizable down here, even like the poly and legato and glide. You can make sure none of these move, so you can go in and lock anything in relation to the all that stuff. Let's click on the little hamburger icon and you can unlock all parameters here, or you can lock all parameters here. You've got oversampling, of course. Click that and we are now oversampling. Be cautious, of course, if you're using a really, really old iPad, that probably just the base model that's scraping through for what this app can be used for. Multiple instances may cause some troubles with oversampling because you're trying to squeeze the tiny 8 gig of RAM or 6, whatever it is, whichever iPad you're on, but you should be good with something like an M2 or M1 or whatever. Happy days indeed. You've got your preset copy paste, standard stuff that is inside all of AudioThing apps. Import user presets. So if you've got your own user presets you want to send to somebody, hit export. You can save them here, send them off to whoever you like. Happy days. Sharing presets. Sharing is caring when it comes to presets. Zoom and scroll. So you can change the zoom and scroll. You can change the graphic controls. These are all the same stuff. Brightness, contrast, reset. Online manual. Click it. It'll take you to the AudioThing website for the manual. Here it is. Very well written out, like all of their apps. You know, nice big writing. You're not going to get too confused. It is always. These are normally for the desktop versions. which is virtually the same thing. So you just want to ignore some of this shit, you know, the VST stuff, unless that is what you are looking at, because I forgot to mention this is available also as a desktop app. It is currently $40 odd, I think. $49 for the desktop version. Yeah, $49. That's on sale too. It's normally $69. So if you want to get that, you can do that. Links, have I put the link? It's audiothing.net. All good. Let's go back to AUM and get into this. So you've got a bypass here as well. Bypass, typical stuff. All right. Now, is there an init patch in here? I don't even know if there is an init patch. You know what I'm going to do, just for the sake of it? Let's do this. I'm going to reload this up. And we'll add my keyboard. Douche. So there's an init patch here. And what I'm just going to do is save that. I don't know if there is one saved already. We'll just put it in Jade, I guess. Save. I like having an init patch. There it is. So I can go back wherever I want, i.e. urban, and just come back to the beginning. Nice one. That is the init patch that you start with. And let's have a look. So we've got a VCO here. And we've got our three waveforms: triangle, sawtooth, square, pulse width, pulse wave, and our pulse width modulation. I'm going to turn off the glide. You can go off. So we're currently in mono at the moment, but down here, let's go down here to start with the keyboard, because this is interesting. We've got poly, legato, and glide. So I'm going to go to poly, because this is something the original keyboard didn't have. Yeah, now we've got poly. Wicked. And we've got a legato. Let's go off poly there. Click. And we do have a glide over here that we can turn up. So I've got it turned down at the moment. And we've got a glide here. So if we turn off legato, now we've got Pac-Man at its, but on this keyboard here, we have these priorities. So we can decide what keys we want as a priority. We can have lowest keys. So just to show you the overhead here, if I hold down a note and then hit anything that's higher, it doesn't recognize them. It totally doesn't recognize them at all. But if I go down below anything on this C, so you've got this priority thing, and you can go to highest as well. So you can change this out. So only the higher keys and the lower keys aren't going to register. But that only works, right? See, if I'm just playing like this, this is only when the key's being held down. It's not recognizing, yeah? But anywhere else, everything's fine. And it's the same with the opposite. You've also got the last key. And we've got a bend range here as well, which can go up all the way up to 12. Nice. Let's bring that back to 2. And I'm just going to go into poly for now and turn off glide. What can I say? Sounds like we've got a little bit of pulse width going on. And we LFO. Let's bring this back. In fact, let's come up here and hit my net patch again. We'll go here. Nice. All right. What was I going to do? I was going to turn off this glide and go back to poly. I had the mod wheel up. That's what was going on there. All right, cool. So we can tune our VCO. To whatever you want. We can go down octaves. And we've got a vibrato to the side over here. Let's bring this octave up. Turn down that vibrato. We also have, as I said, pulse width here. So if we move this to our pulse width on the end. And pulse width, and we've got pulse width modulation. So if we turn this down, turn it up while I'm playing. And you've got a level over to the side here. We've got an LFO. So this is the speed of the LFO. And let's just take off this. We'll go to a square. Wonderful stuff. All right. So our LFO can be locked. It can be locked. So the LFOs can be found, the VCF can be found over here. We turn this up. And the speed of our LFO is over here. So this is where you turn it up to engage it. And we have our speed here. This is free running. There's a little note up the top here. If you click on this, it is now locked to the BPM. So 18, eighth notes. Half, 2 bars. Let's talk about, we'll bring this down a little bit to 16. Nice. I'm just going to take off the LFO for now. Here you can find our filter. We got a filter, and it's pretty decent filter. It can get pretty wily. Let's squelch it. Man, I'm reminded so often of Pac-Man when I use these things. So yeah, pretty wily little filter there. LFO works really good with it. Gets some lots of big whistles, lots of crazy, creamy stuff. Hello, Reverend J's Mental Journey. We've got an envelope level here as well too. So we've got an envelope here. And we have the attack, decay, sustain, release for that down below. there's also over here some noise if you want to turn this on. If I can do it. Give it some level. And you can hear that when I'm playing that. So there's a white noise and a pink noise. And we've got a sub-oscillator as well. So down the bottom here is our sub-oscillator. Let's turn this on. And you can go -1 to -3. Let's go to 3. Oh, filth. Let's take out the noise. And you can control how much of this sub-oscillator you want in the mix, because you've got a volume here for it. And remember, all the parameters are open up here too, so you could even like get pretty weird and throw an LFO on that as well and get this underneath. Go 2 octaves, 1 octave, 2. Pulse. Okay, just so you know also, so we've got the velocity here and the filter. On the end here, this is our LFO wave. So you can change the LFO to sine, triangle, it's up to you. You've got a square, saw up, saw down. Sample and hold. Key tracking. So all the stuff. Let's bounce down here. We'll come back. We've got an ARP down here. So over in this corner, I'll disappear. So you can see, here's where you access your keys, ARP and effects. There are some effects built in. We've got a tape echo, a wave folder, a flanger, and a spring reverb. So let's focus on the arpeggiator. Right, so as you can see, arpeggiator. It's a good question, isn't it, SG Experiment? Howdy, folks. Do I need another synth? And I can't answer that for you. You know, it'd be wrong of me to even say anything. That's why I try not to say on here, you really should get this. No, this is why I'm showing you what it does. You decide. It's up to you. Do you need a synth? That is a great question. You know, why is the sky blue? I don't know. It's a personal journey, isn't it? You know, I'm sure there's channels out there that tell you, you better get this synth. You have to have it. It's the end of the world if you don't. I don't know about that. All right. So this is our ARP. You turn it on and off over here. Yeah, you got it on and off. And the other cool thing about it is if you play a few notes, so if we do this, play 3 notes. Right, I can hit hold at any time. it's just going to do its thing. We've got a little hold button. And it's just going to keep holding. Modes. We got modes up and down. Down. And random. Bar reset. So you can have this reset every bar, 2 bars, 4 bars. You've got range here. So you've got a range of octaves. So you've got 4 ranges. We can come back to 1. And of course your rate down here with this handy dandy little knob. High CQ. And yes, yeah, great for chiptune, absolutely. The rate can be free. Or it can be sunk with a little note, same as the LFO. Velocity, each or last. Note play order, we can choose pitch or play. So play if it's how I play the notes in. Or if it's on pitch, it'll go by the pitch of the notes played, which one gets priority. There's also a little chord button, which is nice, so you can turn these into chords. That's pretty cool. And to turn the up off, just turn it off over here. We're at the halfway point of our show every day. In the show, we run an ad just to pay the bills and all that stuff. You can avoid the ad by becoming a YouTube Premium subscriber or by avoiding the ad by clicking it. I'll let you know what's going on during the ad. Let's hit it. The ad has been run. Tomorrow, I had an interview lined up, and shit happens, folks. Sometimes you have an interview lined up, it's all good, everything's fantastic, and then something comes up. So what do you do when something comes up and you've kind of stuck, you're out on holiday and you don't know what to do? How can I organise an interview? I have to do that. Well, you call your buddy. And tomorrow we're going to do another rant, an odd couple rant, 2 in a row. Normally I'll only do 1 a month, but hey, I just didn't have time to be able to organise something else. So we're going to have Pete come on. He recently took a holiday and had a break. And I just did as well too. So I think it's a really good idea to come around and talk about self-care. Always good every now and again to remind people about self-care. It's great. Look, on this channel, I try to encourage people to rise, to lift people up. We all rise together, all that kind of stuff. But hey, you can't do it if you're not looking after yourself. And I'm not talking about being an asshole and being selfish and all that stuff. Just take a break, go do something for yourself, and then you can come back refreshed, able to look after other people the way and all that jazz. Don't do what I do and take holidays that when you come back you need another holiday to recover, is what it is. All right, so we'll come back over here now. And effects, let's talk about effects. So you've got a whole bunch of them. You've got a tape echo. We'll turn this on, and I don't know, let's put in something like a MIDI just to play. We'll put in like a harmony bloom or something, which just got updated as well. Harmony bloom output. Oops. And let's find a preset in here. So I don't know if you know this too. There's a new preset pack dropped for this. And it doesn't say if it works for iOS. It kind of doesn't, but it does. It's free, so if you want to go grab it. The problem is when you install the presets, You have to do them one by one. But it works. But one by one. And there's 40 presets. You have to import them one by one. That's how I worked out how to do it. Is what it is. Hello. Who am I looking? Russian Steel. Hello. We can bring this back up now. So yeah, we've got a tape echo in here. You can change the rate. You can lock the rate to the BPM. And you can feedback the shit out of it. Be careful, it gets wild. So there's your tape echo. We've got a wave folder. And it has an auto gain on here as well, which is just going to look after your hearing, not fuck things up too much. And you can choose how much of the mix you want this in. So they're not over the top effects. We've got a flanger. And we also have a spring reverb. So you've got a pre-delay with this. You can change the tone of it. Again, they're very, very simple. And you've got an on and off switch if you just want to turn them all off together, turn them all back on. Last thing I really didn't cover was, let's get out of here, back to our keys, was you've got an output volume for the VCA here, and you've got your attack, decay, sustain, and release. So if you want to create some pads, let's turn off the ARP. All right, let's run through some presets. And that's pretty much how everything works in it. Presets, factory presets, there's lots of them. Bass sounds. think that it's more so because of what I'm playing through here. We can bring down these an octave. Listen to that one, Jesus. There you go. Yeah, I just had the octave too high in harmony bloom. There you go, that's better. Nice. Of course you got your acid stuff in there. Oh. Yeah, Bionic Commando, absolutely. So we've got some effects stuff. So I'll just show you on keys. So of course this is effects. So we're looking at keys now, organs. Did it crash on me? Yeah, it did. For a second it did. Don't know what was going on there. Let's have another one of these. And I want to send this scaler out to it. Maybe it's not going to load. Awesome stuff. Well done. I don't know what's going on here. So it looks like something's going on with my iPad. It's had a moment. But I think you get the idea. Lots of really good sounds in there. Look at that. What is that all about? We're using 7 DSP. Come on, get a grip. It's just going to freeze. And it's not even playing anything anymore. There we go. So my iPad's decided to shit itself right at the end of the show. Anyway, it is what it is. Let's cover what you can do. $12.99 for this sucker. It's pretty damn nice, and there's lots of really nice sounds you can make from it. Very 80s inspired, very chiptune-y, very Juno-y as well. You know, you get some Juno sounds in there too. I mean, again, with these things, it's only the limit of your imagination that is going to hinder you from making really cool sounds. You know, all these synths have such beautiful, rich textures and unique sounds, but you make them. You're the one who decides how they sound from here. So, what did I say? If you know, you know. Do you know? Absolutely. $12.99. There it is. It's also available on desktop if you want to grab it there for $49 on sale from $69. I'm not sure what's coming up next on this show. It will either be, I'm probably now, because everything's been thrown out of whack here with me going away and shit that happened yesterday coming home. I'm probably going to do a pre-record for Groove Rider. I really wanted to do a live stream of it just to sort of answer questions and stuff while we're looking at Groove Rider, but I don't want to wait until next week. So there's that. This is Groove Rider. If you don't know, it's pretty damn cool. So I'm probably going to do a pre-record of it, but there will be a video drop tonight before Pete Johns comes on tomorrow. So me and Pete are doing the Odd Couple rant about self-care. Come and join us for that. Thomas Christ is up in about an hour's time playing your most rockin' music like he does every goddamn week, and he's just relentless the way he does that. We love you, Thomas. And I'm going to go out with playing this that I didn't get to do the demo for today. So this is Groove Rider, which will, yeah, I'm hoping to do the demo tonight. We shall see how I feel and get all of this done. Let's play some music from this, because you can open up in this AUV3s and you can open up your new copy of AudioThing's SX1000. Awesome. All right, let's play this to get out of here. And let's put some footage over the top of it. I'll hit play. And we'll put some drone footage. Oh, wow, I didn't know you could do that. That's disappointing. You can't close it in the background. Is there an option to do it? I don't see. Oh, background? Playing the background on. There we go. Cool. We can do that. Nice. I was going to say, what's happening? I want to play something in the background. Let's play some drone footage. From my trip. I'll see you later. See you tomorrow.